Hi, my name is Abi Ogunleye. Everyone calls me Abi Godchaser.
Godchaser?
Yeah.
Godchaser, where did that come from?
I read a book called The Godchasers, and after reading that book, I noticed that, you know what, this is exactly what I want to be. I want to be someone who's chasing after God continuously.
Nice.
Yes.
Right. So the reason for this interview, as you know, is the muscles.
Oh yeah.
Where did that come from? Where did that come from, my friend?
You know, when I was younger, I was really, really skinny. You know.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I was really skinny when I was younger, and one of the reasons why I started working out was because my mom was always going on about how skinny I was. Oh, you this child, you don't eat. Look, I feed you, you don't eat. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go and bulk up. So I went to the doctors, and the doctor was saying some other things like, I don't know, you need to do this, you need to do that. I said, that's nonsense. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna step into the gym. I'm gonna start working out. So my first day in stepping into the gym, I saw this big, massive bodybuilder who was in charge. And he said, so, you want to start working out? I said, yeah. He said, so how do you want to look like? Do you want to look like me? Or do you want to look at this other skinny guy over there? I looked at him and I said, I don't want to look like you. Look how massive your chest is and your arms and your legs. But 16 years later, I actually look like him. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Lovely. So, do you do this professionally?
I won't say I do it professionally. It started off as a hobby, and I only just did one competition. That's because my friends at the gym were saying, look, Abi, you look great, you've got great physique, you have to compete. So in 2008, I went into this bodybuilding competition. I really had a great time. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the highs and the lows. I enjoyed the trainings. I enjoyed the preparations. So on the day, I went on stage, did my thing, flexed my muscles, and I came first in my class.
Wow, for somebody who doesn't do it professionally, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I had a great trainer at that time, and he showed me exactly what to do, how to act on stage, the routines and everything, and I had a great time.
All right. Well, you've already said you were skinny, and now look at you. But I was going to ask, is it something anybody can do? But of course, I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Anyone can do this. It starts from the heart. You know what I mean? It starts from the heart, and if you know that it's something that you really want to do, then yeah, I would say by all means go for it, because anyone can do it. So far your heart is into it, I think anyone can do what go into bodybuilding and do it. Anyone.
I believe you, definitely. There are many people out there, Joe Blog on the street, who wanna look like you. I mean, I'm sure you've had it walking down the street. People say, "Wow, my goodness," and they're probably not bold enough to approach you and ask you. Right now, I've got the opportunity to approach you and ask you, on behalf of Joe Blog, who doesn't want to do this professionally because he can't afford the time and the dedication, but wants to look good? How does one do what you do? How do I do it leisurely?
I would say, first of all, you have to create the time for it. You have to make sure that it's actually what you want to do. It has to come from your heart, because you might start and then right in the middle you give up, So what I would say is, the first thing first, you have to find the time for it. You have to create the time for it. And then secondly, you have to make sure that it is from your heart, before you start anything else. And then thirdly, you just make sure that you have a gym that is close to you, that is convenient for you to go to. Just make sure that you go and join the gym whereby that is convenient whenever you finish work, or before you go to work, or if it's on a Saturday, or if it's on a Sunday evening or something after church. Make sure that you find a gym next to you, and you just join the gym. Make sure that your eating as well is on point, because you cannot gain any energy without eating. Make sure your eating is on point. Make sure you rest well as well, you know what I mean? Because if you eat well, you sleep well, you work out good.
When you say eat, are you talking about what's it called? Protein shakes?
Yeah, you basically your protein and your carbs has to be enough. I for one, because I'm naturally skinny, I eat high protein and high carbs food because it will help me to bulk up. Now, someone who's already bulked up doesn't need a high protein, high carb. What you need is high protein and low carbs food, just to make sure that you don't get too bulky, for your size. And then, you got the whole of the routine of going on doing your cardios as well. Depends on how your physique is, and depends on depends on your metabolism as well. If you're a kind of person who's already bulked, or if you're talking about someone who's already fat, then you have to make sure that your carbs, you don't eat carbs late at night, because your carbs is what you burn, is what gives you the energy that you burn in the gym. Now, if you eat carbs late at night without burning it, it will turn into fat. So you have to make sure that you burn your carbs during the day, probably when you're at work or when you go to the gym. So you have to make sure that if you're the kind of person who's already bulked, then no carbs after certain time, probably after 6 o'clock in the evening, no carbs, just overnight, do you know what I mean? First thing, you can eat your carbs first thing in the morning, so that you burn that energy all day long, But make sure that as well that you have high protein food, because the protein is what's gonna build your muscles for you.
Oh, nicely answered. Right, you're a family man.
Yes, I am. I'm happily married. I've been married for 12 years. I've been with my wife for 19 years, and we've got 3 kids together.
Lovely. And I can see a big Jesus on your chest.
Yeah.
Jesus is your superhero. Is he a superhero indeed?
Yes, he is. Without Jesus, I won't be where I am now. He helped me during my marriage. He even helped me during the time when I was growing up as well, because I had a few friends who were leading me in the wrong path during when I was growing up, and plus when I got married as well, I had a few glitches in my marriage, like we normally do in certain marriages as well. Everybody's got glitches, but the thing about Jesus Christ, he actually came through for me at the time that I needed him. He just fused everything together, And then me and my wife, we settled our differences, and we were fine.
Oh, that's nice. Thank God for that. Thank God for that.
Because
in the world right now, there's a lot of. It looks like there's more divorce than marriages these days.
Yes, there is. Pastor O was saying a time that he said the average people divorces in Christian lives now is about 70%, which is almost the same as the world. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I just thank God for His faithfulness.
Excellent.
In our lives, yes.
Okay, so Abby, thank you
sir.
very much for coming on this show.
Anytime.
I'm really happy to have you, because it's a privilege to actually sit down and chat with you. It's been lovely, and I hope next time we'll have a next time with you again.
Definitely. I'll be here next time. If there's anything else, I'll be happy to share.
Excellent.